Everybody, welcome back for another day and another of my reasons to be alive. I still hope deep down that some of you are catching this fever I've got going on and will make videos and tag loved ones of your own. You just never know whose life you could save today. And this tag is a perfect example. So please just keep watching and sharing, guys. Share the hell out of all of these videos. Tell the whole world my story, because hopefully maybe I can convince some of all of you to tell your stories, tag your loved ones. So please just keep sharing. So this one is actually going to be kind of a fun one for me, and it's going to be a lot easier than the past few that I've posted. Promise. And again, I'm doubtful that this girl has any fucking clue that this is why she's so important to me. And it's going to be great. So, I already told you all how I got another job at a fast food place, and that it became my escape from how I was losing my fucking mind at home. Well, this girl was why. She was my assistant manager, and she was fucking feisty. Best word I can think right there, feisty. And so funny, and I absolutely loved working with her. And she was certainly another one of the best workers I've ever seen, and I was definitely taking notes. Within a few months of being there, the management team approached me about becoming a shift leader, a manager. And of course, I was totally down for a promotion and a raise during one of the darkest moments in my life. This girl ended up being the one to train me on everything I know about how to balance labor and sales and how to take care of your staff and the business. She was amazing, and I loved learning under her. I don't believe I ever did tell her what had gone down in my life in the previous years. But I feel like she kind of always knew that I was just a very sad person inside. And I'm just guessing. But she always tried to go out of her way to make me smile. And I adored her for it. Just that little bit of effort. There was one day in particular, when I was a crew member still, I had shown up to work in the morning really upset from having been fighting at home all night long, and I could not escape my head that day. Hadn't slept. It was not a good day. Before we even got started on our work, she noticed me and tried asking what was up, but I don't think I told her. And that morning she showed me how to make the perfect coffee drink that we had available at that store. And it was the most perfect booster for my spirits that morning. Little shit like that, she'd just go out of her way. And we didn't socialize outside of work very often. But the first time I did, I'll tell you. While I was dating the underage girl, so it was after all this other shit had happened, I had been at work in a terribly shitty mood all fucking day long. Because my guilt was pressing really hard on me that day. Over not wanting to be with the girl that I was with, and she didn't know it yet and thought everything was fine. that this girl had noticed my mood at work and had tried to ask me a few times what was wrong. And I kept dodging, of course. And by the end of shift, she asked if I wanted to go chill and talk and hang out with her. And right in that moment, no, I didn't fucking want to. I wanted to go wander around town looking in back alley dumpsters for the perfect piece of glass. The need and wanting to see my blood flow was all I had thought about that day. So I tried making up some lame excuse and saying I didn't want to and blah blah blah, and she basically literally like grabbed my arm and started walking to her car. She said, "It'll only be for a little while, and I promise, and then I'll give you a ride home so you don't have to walk. No big deal. I'll take you home. Just come chill with me for a minute." And we did. We only hung out for a few hours, driving around in her car while she let me talk and vent, and tell her what was going on with me lately. And at the end of it, she told me that if the guilt was eating at me this bad, that I needed to end it with the girl that I was with. That I'd be useless to the relationship if I was hurting like this every day. And I knew she was right, of course. But it helped to hear someone else say it. We drove around a little longer, and she told me about herself and her own heartaches and life troubles. And it was great. And when I got home, I no longer felt like dying. I mean, I was still hurting horribly, but I also had a wonderful sense of clarity. Knowing that not being able to control how my heart felt didn't make me a horrible person. So, Miss Brandy, episode 39 is all you, girly. I doubt you ever knew it, but that first time we hung out and drove around town, you saved my life. Literally, in the span of a few hours. Thank you. You are an amazing and beautiful woman with such beautiful little babies. And I am so honored that we have been friends for so long. Everything about who you are is valuable and important in this world. Everything about you matters. You saved a life just by being yourself. You saved my life. And that matters. It will always matter. Episode 39. Brandy.